Hello peoples, I'm Sasha. I'm a little random. Welcome and welcome back. Alright, okay, so today we are going to do the favorites of 2022. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, and I'm not really sure how many plants I pulled. I just went by the seat of my pants and just grabbed, okay? Because I didn't want to think about it too much, and it was still hard to choose, okay? Because just thinking about it, I try to move quickly and not overthink it, but I'm looking at shelves of plants here. So, this is what we got. These are the ones that stood out in my rampant search for my favorites of the year. And let's get it started, okay? In no order of importance. Some of these you have seen more often than others, but if you've been watching me, you have seen all of them this year, okay? Yes, you've seen all of them this year. So, let's start with something a little small, and then we're going to go do something a little weird, okay? Alright, so, first we're going to do the Alocasia Silver Dragon. Now, this is the leaf that came out in my care, okay? This is the leaf that came out in my care. It's not that big yet, but we're working on it, okay? We're working on it. It's very pretty. Yes, it's very pretty. The rest of these leaves are still gorgeous, but you know, I'm always most proud of this one since it's the first one that grew out in my care. It has been very easy. Right now it's dry, if you can tell, you know, it's a little dry, so I will be watering after this. About half my supply of plants in here I will be watering, so that should be fun. Got something to do this evening, right? Yes. Okay. So that was Alocasia Silver Dragon. Now, I love this because of the coloring. I love the venation. I love that it's a simple plant and it's growing well for me. It's only in medium light and it's still doing well. I fertilize it every time that I water with, oh gosh, I switched to this new fertilizer and I just can't remember what the name of it is. I'll put it on the screen, okay? And if I can, I'll put a picture of it right here just so you can see what I'm talking about. It has been great for the last 2 months. I have seen nothing but new growth out of the majority of my plants. But maybe I'll do a video on that another time. Anyways, I digress. Being a little random per my name. Alright, next plant. Okay, so we're going to get a little weird. I really like this plant. It's been called weird. It's been called awkward. This is the Huernia Zebrina. Now, I have gotten 2 flowers out of this plant, but if you look at it, it does have a slightly blue tint to it, but it's really just green. You'd have to really look at the new growth to see that it has a blue tint to it. Although it's coming through pretty good with the camera right now, so that's odd. Hey, nice. I just finished my last flower. It's really pretty. If I can remember, future me, put the picture of one of the flowers on screen. Yay. But it's odd and it's pretty, and it's also been simple. I had it outside all summer long because I did get it around for my birthday in April this year, and it has grown quite a bit. Future me put a picture of what it looked like before and then what it looks like now. It was very happy. When I brought it in, it was nicely sun-stressed and everything. I should have taken a picture of that, but I think I was just enjoying the moment, you know. So that is Huernia Zebrina. For the record, the flowers that I got, one I got outside, one I got while it was inside. Neither one of them smelled. So I don't know if it's the soil or the environment. I don't know. But neither of them smelled, and I was really hoping that it was going to. Because it's supposed to smell, the flowers are supposed to smell like rot. I realize nobody wants that in their home. Not sane people, but I wanted it, and it didn't happen. But the flowers were very pretty. They were very pretty, I will say that. Okay, let's do one you haven't seen in a while. At least I don't think you have. I see it every day, so I kind of lose track sometimes with the videos. My bad. But this is an Anthurium radicans. This right here, I have been in love with since I've gotten it. Like, this leaf came out in my care. Look at this. Look, just not a hole in sight. And I am very proud of this because, like, well, first of all, can we just talk about how I got this from? I think One More Plants is the name of the company. If it's not, I'll put it down. But somehow a fern got stuck in here, and I just let it grow. just let it grow all healthy. It's been fine with the same watering, and at some point I will separate the two. But for right now, you know, whatever. But Radicans is a very, very beautiful leaf with very reptilian, very prehistoric pattern to me. It does have a nice little sheen. It's very thick leafed. It has survived a short stint of spider mites. I caught it very early on, so I was able to get rid of it in a month. So you can imagine how early I caught it. Like, I caught that one web and on 2 leaves and was on it. But yeah, it has been doing very well. It's actually in fluorescence right now, if you can see that right here. Can you see that? I hope I don't have to zoom, but you should be able to see it right there. Yes, right there. You can see that. It blooms quite often. So if you're trying to find a plant to, say, fertilize with another plant, this one has, it blooms like every other month for me. I don't know if it's because it's stressed out or it's that happy, but either way, the plant looks happy. And I will say that it does slow down the growth, though, every time it blooms. Like, I'll get like 2 leaves or a leaf, and then it'll bloom. So just keep an eye out on that. It will slow down your growth process. You can always cut it off. It does not hurt the plant. I mean, it's just there to, you know, make bees and certain insects happy and, you know, fertilize itself and create more plants if you can get the male and the female parts together. Okay, so Anthurium radicans. Let's give that one more beautiful look. I can't wait for this to get gigantic because it's already sizing up so nicely. It's already sizing up so nicely. I really can't wait for it to get gigantic. But for right now, it stays on the shelf where it's nice and safe. Yes. So, what number was that? Was that 3, 2? That was 3. Okay, 3. I can count, right? For right now, I'm going to lose count later, so I'll just do a final count at the end because I'll hurt myself trying to keep up. Let's do... Oh, why is this it's so hard to choose what order. I don't know why. Okay, so why don't we just do this? I'm going to go from here and move this way to make it a little bit easier, at least. Because there's 2 here, and then there's 3 more over here. So, I can't go wrong with the pick because I obviously picked these because they're all my favorite, but let's just go right there. Okay. Okay. Like when you pick but you don't pick. Alright, so this is Philodendron Green Dragon. I always want to call it Golden Dragon, but that is not in my budget, okay? But this is the Philodendron Green Dragon. Hold on, make sure I got a good handle on this because I don't want it tipping over. This is another one that is sizing up very nicely for me. Doing very well to size up. It grows very well. It has had no issues with any pests or anything. Just one spider that wanted to befriend it. I left it because, you know, I don't like spiders, so I wasn't going to address that. And it wasn't worth it to call my fiance to come kill it for me. So, plus it was on a plant. How was that going to work? Spray the plant? It was a good size sucker, too. But anyways, back to the plant. We have a new growth here, as you can see. It's looking quite sizable, and it may get a little bigger once it's out, but look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, yeah, baby. That is a sexy body. Look at the little variegation inside the leaves, okay? Can you see that? Look at that. That is nice. Very nice, okay? I believe I showed this in my last video. I'm showing it again because I love it. No shame, no shade. Okay? Alright, and I'm very happy that it's growing new growth. One of the things I find interesting about this is that it does have these very interesting roots right here. You see that? It's got these nice roots right here, so it's very healthy. It's very healthy, doing well. See, there's that spider web, that one spider web. I'm gonna spray it anyway, just because I'm nervous, but it should be fine. It should be fine. But I really like this plant. Again, it's sizing up well. It's growing well for me. All of these are growing well for me. Let's just say that, so I don't have to keep saying it. All of these are growing very well for me at a steady pace, if not fast. This has been growing at a steady pace. Not fast, but just enough for me to still be excited, and every time a new leaf peeks through, but not so much that I'm bored with the fact of how easy it is. Although, who doesn't love an easy plant? Who doesn't love an easy plant? It's nice. You water it, you leave it alone. Call it a day, right? Okay. So, Philodendron green dragon. I want to call it golden so badly. Alright, so another Anthurium. For the record, I do not have all of my Anthuriums in this list today. I am missing one, which I still may go get, because I really like Anthuriums right now. I'm just, ooh, I'm falling hard, okay? But anyways, this is a sad leaf. Yes, it came that way, but still, look at the sheen on that leaf. Look, even the sad leaf had a little shine in its life. Isn't it nice? This is the Anthurium Crystalinum. And if you can look here, we do have a little crispy right here, so it's not perfect, not perfect. Looking a little better, just a little crispy tip, but it's looking a little better. We'll just hide that right there. Bow. Okay. Yeah. All right. We won't hide it. We all see that crispy tip right there, right? It's life. I have seen much worse conditions, but look at the venation in this. Look at that. Look at that. It's just pretty, and you can see the velvetyness of it. It's just you just wanna rub it. You just want to rub it a little bit every day to make you a little happy. This leaf grew in my care. It is the biggest leaf on the plant thus far. It has finally hardened, and it's so soft and velvety. Let me tell you, it is so soft and velvety. I'd rub my face if my face wasn't sensitive. Okay, we won't do that. But it's just very pretty. Again, it's been very simple. I have it in a very chunky mix. And it's, ooh, I think we're, no, that's not a new leaf. I thought we were getting a new leaf, y'all. I'm about to get really super excited, okay? Really super excited. I'm so excited for this one, though. I did just get the biggest leaf, so, I mean, it's a steady grower, but it ain't that steady, you know what I'm saying? This just hardened off like last week. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a little longer ago than last week. I think if you've seen my video, I can't even remember the name. My brain is everywhere today. I don't know what's going on. I feel very, I don't know. If you get that reference, you get it. But anyways, I really like this plant. I can't wait to see it grow. It's not even 6 months in my care yet, and it's one of my first velvety, no, it is my first velvety Anthurium. I got both of them at the same time, so I got two velvety Anthurium at the same time. So it's definitely got a place in my heart and will always, as long as I have it, and God forbid I lose it, it's still going to be a very special plant to me. I should probably name this plant. What should I name this one? I don't name all my plants. Some of them have names, especially in the beginning. More of them had names. But every now and then I'll name one. I think this is a guy. I think this is a guy. So come up with some guy names for me for this very handsome fella. Very handsome fella. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to put you down and go for another different plant. Excuse me, I'm trying not to knock over stuff. Alright, getting up is going to be really fun, okay? Because I'm just kind of landing these around me. I'm literally surrounded by plants. Ooh. Maybe I should do a photo shoot with me on the floor. That might be a thing. That might be a thing. Digressing again. So, let's get back to the list, shall we? Okay, so we have one thing that I have been wishing for years, okay? I got it small because I heard it grows very quickly. This is a Syngonium Albo with what I consider to be very decent variegation. This was a leaf that it came with. This came out after. This came out after that. But if you look closely in here, you can see this is going to be quite variegated, okay? This is going to be very variegated. And you can see little pops of green at this bottom right here where my thumb is. It's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to see what's going to come out of this thing. And all the leaves are so different in pattern and in the spotting and in the variegation. I just think it's adorable. So now 2 leaves have come out in my care. Well, 1.5 because this one's still coming in. So it's a medium grower. It's not steady per se because I have it in bright light. It should be pretty steady. But I've gotten maybe, this will be the 2nd leaf, and I've had it, ooh, I don't have any dates in these. I've had it for about 2 or 3 months, okay? And I'm already on my 2nd leaf coming in, so I think I'm doing good. I think that's pretty steady for, you know what, a leaf a month. That works for me. I don't have to water it very often, so that's nice. But it started off as a cutting. You can tell because I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it was chopped right here. Yeah, you can't see. I can't find that angle there. Right there. See that little nublet? It was chopped right there, and it has some good roots. And it's just been doing me favors every month. But this next leaf I'm really excited about. I really have high hopes on this leaf, y'all. Like, I've been wanting this plant for years. When I tell you at least 2 or 3 years I have been wanting this plant, and the price finally fell down to a reasonable price. Syngonium Albo, okay? Syngonium Albo. It's a beautiful thing. It's an easy thing. It's going to be a very nice grower, hopefully like my other Syngonium. And yeah, we shall see what it does for us next year, won't we? Okay, so let's put this away. We have 2 more. So that makes 8 plants, and I may actually go get that other Anthurium. I may. You might be able to guess which one it is you have until I get through the next 2 to figure it out. But I have shown it before. And I only have 3 Anthurium, so you should probably be able to narrow it down at some point. Anyway, I think we'll do this one next. Yes. This is my Alocasia. Ooh, you can't even see it. Alocasia. Alocasia Black Velvet. Check it out. It's gorgeous. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's gorgeous. It grows very well for me. Look at the pattern. It's more like suede than velvet. More like suede than velvet. And it has beautiful veining. And it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And gorgeous, okay? I gotta tell you, when I got this thing 2 years ago, in the winter of 2020, let me tell you something. This thing was looking sad, okay? And it took a while for me to adjust to the growing conditions that it needed and the amount of water that it needed and took me forever to realize that alocasias love to feed. They love fertilization, honey. They love it. And it's just been flourishing for me ever since. It gives me flowers. It gives me new what are these called? Corms. I have some corms growing right now. No, I have the polycorms growing right now. The corms on this one, forgot to water, did not survive. We will try that again because it does produce quite a few corms, and even right here you can see that it's got a little corm that decided to grow in. I just buried it. And this is what happened. I got me a little bitty baby one that's coming on through. And looks cute too. And it's not quite velvety. It's not velvety yet, which I find interesting. I don't know what I thought would happen. I thought it would just, even the baby plant would be velvety, but that is not the case apparently. So you learn something new every day. Yeah, I am excited about this plant. I really am. It has done me many favors over the years, and it's just so beautiful and pleasing to the eye. Look at this. Don't look at me. Look at it. Don't look at me. Look at it. Look at me looking at it through it. It's just gorgeous, okay? I could gush all day. But yeah, I'm not it's not one of my favorite genuses of plant, Alocasia, but there are quite a few that I am just impressed with, and it's this one and this silver dragon that you saw earlier, honey. Oh, I can't wait for that silver dragon to get bigger. I cannot wait. I am so excited to see how that does. I've seen some very beautiful specimens, and yeah, I got high hopes. Okay, all right. So, last but not least, second to last, I am going to go get that other Anthurium. It's bothering me. I have to have it in this video, so I will be pausing to go get that after I show you this. Okay. All right. So, this one is also another odd one that I don't see a lot of. I really don't. This is my Huernia pulchra. Okay? Do you see the pattern in these leaves? They are also very velvety, you know? And it grows, man. Let me tell you, this thing has no problem growing. I've had it since I got this last year in like August or September. It has grown very well for me. It just sits in the window in low to medium light depending on the day and the season. We do have a few trees out back, but it does very well, and honestly I feel like it may need to be repotted. I should probably check that, but it's just been so happy. I'm like, we have new growth. You see that little itty bitty tiny leaves? Little itty bitty tiny leaves at the end. This new growth. Look at that. That is new growth, okay? It's just odd. I never see it. I think more people should have it. It's been very simple to grow. It said bright light, I thought, in my research, but it really hasn't gotten anything above medium, and it's just been flourishing. Now, what I would like to see is if it ever flowers. That I am interested in. I might Google if it does flower and what it might look like. This has only been a thought that I had recently, that it may actually flower and what that would look like with this cascade like this. Like, look at that. Tell me that ain't pretty. Look at that. Look, just ground cover. Like, I have heard that people do use this as ground cover in their terrariums, and that would be very pretty. Can you imagine that, just going across the ground in your terrarium? Ooh, or up the walls in your glass cases, cabinets. I do know words. Cabinets in your glass cabinets. That would be beautiful. Just beautiful. Huernia pulchra, people. Look into it. Everybody likes the other one. I like this one much better. I can't even remember the name of the other one. I'm really digging this one. I like it so much better. I may still get the other one. I may not. I just love this, okay? I'm stuttering and everything. It's very pretty. It's very pretty and it's different. It's different. And if you love a velvety leaf, may I recommend. Okay? It's just different and I really like it. And I would really like to see it more often out in the plant community or even in stores. Like, I ordered this. Did I order this? Am I lying to you? No, I believe I ordered this because I thought it was so fascinating. I just was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, looking through random plants, and this just popped up. And if I can, I may actually be able to find a picture of what this looked like when I first got it. If I do, I'll put it there. You know where to look by now, okay? But I mean, just it just keeps going and going and going. Oh, yes, honey. So, all right. So, let me pause right quick and go get this other Anthurium. Okay. Are you ready? Yes, this is the one I had to pause and go get. It's very small. It's not very small, but it's small. Okay? All right. So, Anthurium Clarinervium. Now, let me tell you something. I think when this plant gets bigger and it's grand and the veining is more prominent and its velvety sheen is just representing its whole entire life. I'm so dramatic. I just think that once it gets to a very big size, it's going to beat that Crystalinum. Now, here's a big difference. Crystalinum grow very well. They grow at the very least a medium pace. This grows slowly. So I'm going to have to wait for this to get to that size. I have lost 2 leaves, but they were little baby leaves that were like this big. They were little baby leaves that were like that big, and that's fine. I have gained 1 leaf in my care, and that's this one here. It came out beautifully. Yes, it did. Came out beautifully. And if you can, if I wave it a certain way, can you see that sheen? The sheen on this is just unbelievable. I don't really, I think that's where it was. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, let me stop playing with the sheen. But I will say, it's not as, it's thick like the Crystalinum, but it's not as, velvety, and it's a little shinier. Like, I don't know if I can pick them both up at the same time. Let's see if we can work out here. Let's see. We're gonna watch me fumble around for a second, so excuse me while I fumble around for a second and readjust things and see if I can get it together. Okay, all right, so let's get this. So we're gonna do, like, if you see this leaf, right, it's not as shiny. It does have a slight sheen to it, but it's not as shiny. And the veining is quite different in both of these. If you see that, you can tell that that's extra shiny, right? Look at that. I think this is going to be my favorite any minute now. Well, once it starts getting like this size leaves and things, because I do love a big leaf. Sorry. I do still really love this plant. I actually would pick this one over this one right now. I just think at this size, I'm not going to gush it as much as I would over this. But I am excited about this plant. It was on my Anthurium wish list, and as was this, but this was on the wish list. This was a secondary option. I got them both. Yay. My baby bought me this one. My fiance got me this one. I got me this one. And so, together, hey, they kind of look like us. My fiance is a little bit bigger than me. Can you tell? Alright. That is everything. So what do we do? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plants. 10 if you count the fern that is mixed in with the radicans. Which I'm not. Because I'm not a fern fan. It's an interesting looking one. I should probably post on one of the Instagram or something to see if anybody knows what kind of fern it is. Because it's doing fine in that pot. It really is. I'm just kind of curious to see how big it's going to grow in that pot. But honestly, the way this radicans is growing, I may need to repot that come spring, because it's been growing, man. Like, it's been growing. But anyways, I won't hold you any longer. This is probably my longest video yet. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your day. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Don't be strangers. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Any tips, tricks, or ideas. And we can all have a good old time in the chat. Thank you so much. And I will just have to see you. Laters.